Discovery. I called it a game and an app, and in the break, Dr. Dixon was saying to me that we calling it a game isn't really the right thing to do. It kind of belittles it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really it's a digital therapeutic. We're using this application to really augment therapy.
Yeah.
And we've successfully made it fun.
Yes. So the kids think it's a game.
Yes.
But really important for us to understand, this is not a game.
Yeah.
This is some serious business, especially looking at what the research has shown. For those of you who are newer to the show and maybe have not seen Camp Discovery, it's very fun, and it's something that you can do on an iPad, give to your child in the car on the way. Like if you're on your way to therapy because you're going to the center-based system, the child can have the iPad. They think they're having fun, but they're really learning. They're learning the lessons that they're the exact same lessons in many cases that they're doing in therapy, but in an entirely different way that looks like a game. So you did some research on it to see if kids do actually learn from it, and what did you find?
Okay, so we did a clinical trial on it where what we did is we, after recruiting some participants, we spoke with the supervisors on their ABA cases. We identified some lessons that Camp Discovery could teach that were appropriate for the participant, but they weren't going to be able to get it worked on in the next, say, 2 months.
Okay.
Okay. What we then did is, for each child, we probed out those lessons to identify the specific things that they didn't know within that lesson.
So you knew whether they already knew it, so there wasn't any possibility that you were reteaching something. It was an unknown skill to them.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we had 2 groups, okay, and we probed out a list until we had about 100 to 110 unknown items within that list.
Okay.
Okay. One group got immediate access to Camp Discovery, and one group got, well, for the first month, nothing.
Okay.
And then in the second month, that's when they got access to it.
All right.
Okay. So the first group, we said play it for about 3, maybe up to 5 hours a week for a period of a month. Okay. The second group, the delayed group, we said just sit there, be pretty. We'll come back in a month and we're going to test again.
No game.
No game.
No therapeutic tool.
There you
Excuse
go.
me.
There you go.
All right.
So what we found was that the active treatment group mastered about 60 unknown things within that period of a month.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and the control group, they pretty much stayed exactly the same.
Right.
Okay. So then what we did for the second month is we took that active group, the ones that got the Camp Discovery, and we said, you guys do nothing. We just want to see if you maintain these skills that you've already learned. Okay.
All right.
So then after a month, we came back and we probed that same list out, and we identified that they had actually maintained those learned items. They didn't lose the knowledge over time.
They learned it and they maintained it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, the delayed group, they now got Camp Discovery 3 to 5 hours a week for a month, and we came back and they had exactly the same response that we saw in the first group.
Wow. Okay.
So the analysis is highly statistically significant. Essentially, this wasn't just random chance.
Right.
And experimentally, we were able to demonstrate that Camp Discovery was effective at teaching these skills.
Right.
And
it works.
It's not a trivial amount of things they learned.
No.
When you contrast it to what we see in a lot of ABA programs, it's at least equivalent, if not better, in the rate of learning that we see in the ABA sessions.
Amazing.
Yeah.